Okay, welcome everybody to our team call Monday nights. This is definitely something that's been grounding me through all the craziness that's been happening with COVID and back to school and all the things, and also our big move that we just made. So this is my new office. It is not finished by any stretch of the imagination, but we're here. My computer's here, so we are here. So welcome. I want to talk to you guys tonight again about convention, but just a little more info about what's going on, and then I have a really fun, surprising announcement to share with you guys. So I'm gonna dive right in. So for convention, as we've talked about the last few weeks, things have been just like everything else, right? Things that keep changing and updating and adjusting. And so as that's all been shaken out, what we're gonna do as far as still doing that group, and I'll get you guys more info on that. But what I really wanna do is have a recognition time. One of my favorite things about convention is recognizing all the new ranks. Usually what happens when we go to Utah is that all of the ranks, silver and above, get to walk across stage, you get a little trophy, you get to meet the executives and shake their hands and all of this stuff. And obviously that's not possible this year. And so for those of you guys who got your, who registered for convention and have already received your swag, let me know if you guys got your swag already in the chat. What you'll find in there is this recognition booklet. And in the recognition booklet, all of the ranks, the new ranks, anyone who's hit a new rank since the last convention, silver above. I believe this went to print in May. So if you hit a new rank of silver above after May, you won't be in this one, but we're still gonna be recognizing you guys. But so take a look through here, you guys. So many people from our team are in here. It's so exciting to see everybody's faces. And oh, you got yours today, yay. So take a look at that. But what I want to do is come together as our community and to connect and really recognize all of you guys who have rank advanced since last year. And so since convention is on the 9th, the big starting day when we get all the new product announced and everything, we'd actually, if you remember, we postponed that continuing ed that day because it's like right before, and I just was like, that's a lot to do. Go from continuing ed straight into convention. So what we're gonna do is, in lieu of that time at that continuing ed, that Wednesday at noon that I know so many of you guys already set aside as a time to be here together as a group, we're gonna use that as our recognition time because it's the only day. A lot of the other days either have 2 or 3 sessions already scheduled, and I know for those of you guys who are trying to tune in live, which I am, because I really don't go back and watch recordings as much as when I watch them live. That's just how it goes for me. So I love to view it live, but a lot of the other days already have 2 or 3 sessions going on. And hi. Good night. They still find me, you guys. I'm in like a whole separate structure. Like I'm like far away from the house. Good night, babe. And they still find me. But anyway, so I want to add it on that day so that we have a chance to really get to recognize everybody before we get into all the goodness of convention. Come together. So that'll be noon on Wednesday, the 9th. And it'll be the same link, this link that we use for this, the link that we use for continuing ed. And so that's going to be open to everybody. So even people on your team who haven't registered for convention, they can still come and join for that. I'm going to announce it in the customer group. No, it's not. Oh my gosh.
I thought that's not the same food.
Okay, you can say hi and then you gotta go. Say hi.
I want to do my Ellis.
You wanna do your eyelets? Okay, go do them, but you gotta be quiet, okay? Oh my gosh, you guys. I should have locked the door. I finally have a door. I should be locking that door. Now there's two. You gotta be really quiet. I'm so sorry. Okay. Anyway, so it'll be the same link because that recognition party, we'll call it, is going to be for everybody. So if you have achieved the rank of silver and above since last convention, look out for an email from me. I'm going to send you guys some notes prior to the call. And yeah, it's going to be on our regular time. So share that with anybody who you want to be there, and definitely your customers and stuff. And then I told you guys about the convention group, the connection group. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. I was getting that live, but it's live now. That is going to be for any of your customers who have registered for convention, for you guys. Now, I want to explain the reason why this group is only for people who are registered is because I'm going to be giving away a ton of goodies. You guys know I love to do giveaways, and it's just such a fun time. So I'm going to be doing a ton of giveaways, both in the group as well as on the live stream watch parties and stuff. So those are really going to be for you guys who are coming to convention. They're, you know, we can't actually be together and go together, but we can be together in the group. Yeah. So that's why that is for just for people who are registered. So to give you guys a sort of rundown on how that's going to work, those of you guys who joined us for the leadership live stream, we all watch the live stream on our own computers. This works a lot better because of the bandwidth of watching a live stream. We're going to each watch that on our own devices through your own login for the live stream, and then watch it on our own devices. Some people watched on an iPad and joined the Zoom on their phone or on their computer. So some people use two different devices. I used, okay, good job. I used my, just two windows open. So one Chrome browser to watch my, oh my gosh. Now all three of them are in here. No, this isn't a party, you guys. Go. This is not the time to be in here. Oh my gosh. Hi, Nova. I know. I wish you could pop through that computer and play too. That's all I've got, babe. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, babe. Okay, sorry. I totally lost track of what I was saying, you guys. I know Nova's laughing. She thinks it's funny. Yes, I know they are excited too. You guys, what was I saying? No.
You were talking about the bandwidth and having your two screens open.
Oh my God, thank you. Okay, so rather than stream it and then do that in Zoom and share screen, it makes it really hard to see. So what we do is we watch it, and then we have the Zoom room open. You know, usually our cameras are on, but everyone's muted, and we're just really using it for the chat to be able to be chatting about the announcements and all the new information that's coming out. So that's really fun to be able to really be watching it in real time together. If you can't watch the live stream, you guys, it's open until the end of October. So you have a whole long time to watch the recordings. But if you're available to watch live with us, please join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's way more fun to watch it together than to just watch recordings later. So also, early bird registration may still be available for a little bit while today, but it ended today on the 31st. But there's still tickets, so it's $30 and $65 for the next few days until convention starts. So that is the information. Do you guys have any questions about convention? It's next week already. I'm so excited. I'm excited for the new products too. Yes, you can still get swag bags. They are still available. You can also order extras of them. I know, is Malia on? I know that Malia Cleopatra ordered an extra one. So she's doing a giveaway, like I think it's a raffle, right? To her customers, to one of them to get a swag bag, which I thought was such a fun idea. And yeah, the bag is really cool. It's all made out of recycled water bottles. If you have money in your AR, can you purchase the new products with that? That's a great question. I think that you would be able to, because it's going to be just like a regular order. So it's just like cash in your account. And since convention kits are, you don't have to be on site this year, and you're going to be ordering it through your back office, I would assume. I think you should be able to. Also, one more thing about the marketplace. So the swag marketplace is one of the really big highlights about convention. There's all kinds of amazing stuff that they do. That is going to be available to everybody, whether you're registered for convention or not, starting on the 10th. But if you are registered for convention, you actually get access to the marketplace starting on the 9th. A lot of stuff sells out. I'm assuming that they are going to put limits. But that's a huge, huge draw at convention. It's all kinds of fun stuff. Last year was probably the best stuff that I've seen. I got some really cool metal straws and all kinds of stuff. Britt, are you, oh, convention kit. They haven't decided, or not, they haven't decided. They haven't announced yet whether you're gonna be able to purchase on LRP or not. So we'll see. Yeah, Ilikia, so what she's talking about, she said Silvers Take Everything, is that there's early access for different ranks into the swag store. And yeah, some of the hot items really do sell out. They've had like vitamin boxes that were really great, the divider ones where you can have everything like in one box. I use mine when I travel. They've made like baby swaddles, all kinds of stuff. So all of that will be available to everybody. Yeah, so you can see this year's products. Emily did a really great video showing some of the really cool stuff that's going to be available. And you know what's really cool too is that starting with convention, the swag marketplace is going to be a permanent thing. All year round, there's going to be a marketplace. So the items that are released just specifically for convention are probably going to sell out. But those... there's going to be new items. It's all constantly going to be restocked with new things. Emily's, the swag or the new products. You mean selling out? Oh no, Kapua, you know what? Just get... You'll be able to get one, Kapua. Yeah, if you're already working with the convention team, you will be all good. Okay, awesome. Yay, your first convention. Awesome. I think this is probably a lot of you guys, your first convention. I am so excited that it is accessible to everybody. As much as I'm bummed to not get to hang out with all of you guys in person, that's pretty much just how life is right now. So we will all hang again soon. I hope that because this is more accessible to so many of you guys, that you'll get to really see what it's like, and that more of you will come join us in person next year. You know, it is quite an expense to travel. So this is so accessible to everybody. So I really, really love it. Yeah, Sarah, it's your first convention too. Okay, so I have some exciting news for you guys. Along with everything else that's going on, I know some of you guys already know this, but I started another business. And so in all my free time, no, but so I started another business, and I wanted to talk to you guys about how this came about and why. So our new company is called Essential Connection Co., and you can find us on Instagram or on Facebook. And this is a collaboration that I am putting together with 3 Blue Diamonds and myself. And so They are my good friends, Michelle Cannon. You might know her as Oil Magic by Michelle. She's just the sweetest person. She, as well as Aubrey Prunetta, who is amazing as well, and Lindsay Gunzals. And so these are good friends of mine, and we collaborate a lot, we talk a lot, we cheer each other on, we share our goals, we share, how far we are from achieving things, and we're always talking. And back in March, I believe, when was it? Let's see. I was in Prague in February, so it was actually right after I got back from Prague, so it was probably end of February. I started looking into ways to text customers more, and I've been using different things. We've talked about reach, we've talked about hit them up, different ways to text people, our customers, to stay connected with them. And I started looking into more robust ways to text people. And what I found was an app, a program, and it's called Project Broadcast. And what it does is it allows you to text people, to broadcast your message. And I found that this is something that a lot of other companies are using pretty widely, but doTERRA wasn't using it yet. And so I found some people who were making content for Young Living, and it was so easy to plug in their content. You literally would take a code. I actually signed up for it. I couldn't use any of the stuff because it was talking about products that I don't sell. But I signed up for it because I wanted to see what this was like, what the experience was like. You literally take a code and you plug it into your program, and you have all the images, you have all the messages already written out for you. You can customize every message that goes out to everybody. And so it's like, hey, Chelsea, hey, Jenna, and you can really customize everything. But what's really different about it is there's a lot of texting things out there. I'm not going to name them all, but there's different texting programs that are made for doTERRA. This is very different in that it is just texting. It's not like, it's not a CRM. It's not all these different things. It's literally your customers in your text. So what my vision for this was, because a lot of times when I'm launching a new builder, they're like, do you have that text already written out? What do I text somebody when this? What do I tell them when they ask this? And so I wanted to find a way to make messages that were already written. And while we can do that all in our notes, I know a lot of you guys probably have a bank of notes and graphics and stuff that you send out to people. It is pretty time consuming, and it's really not duplicatable. And so what we saw with this was, okay, I can create this message and I can create this drip. And I've been doing this for a few months now with my qualifiers. I can create this thing and then I can share it, and they can plug it in and they can send it out to their teams. And we just found that it was so effective reaching out to people who were like, oh gosh, nobody's ever reached out to me. I want to tell you why I love oil so much, or I have a question about what I can use for this. And so we started to really use it. Well, I started to use it. And so I was talking to them about how amazing it was. And we've been wanting to collaborate on something. And so we brought the best of what we all had to offer, and we created this, because one of the biggest parts of it is creating the content. So it's really great to be able to text everybody, but how many of you guys have the time to write everything to text, to create the graphics to text out, right? And so there's places where you could get graphics, but then you still have to have the time to write it up. And a lot of times writing for social media is very different than writing for one-on-one texting, to reach out to your customers. So I want to share a couple stats for you guys that are kind of crazy. So an email open rate. How many of you guys email your customers? Let me know in the chat. How many of you guys send out either MailChimp or Flowdesk or even just a regular email out to your customers? I used to, and then it just was really took up a lot of time. Yeah, texting can be time consuming, Chelsea, for sure. Yeah, so an email open rate is 20%. So 20% of emails are opened. That means 80% are not opened. and an email response rate is 6%, right? So you can send them out. If you use something like Gmail, you can see the little I, right? If they actually opened it or not. And most times they haven't. And then you're like, oh man, if they knew that this is special, or if they knew about this, you've really got to reach out to people one-on-one, but that's not always possible. A text response rate, text open rate is 90%, right? When you receive a text message, 90% of the time you open it. The text response rate is about 45%. So like I said, I've been playing with this for a few months now, 4 or 5 months now. And it's been incredible being able to connect with people, being able to remind them about continuing ed. But so the cool thing is like Chelsea mentioned, right? It does take a lot of time, but the really cool thing is all of this stuff can be scheduled. So I can schedule out 8 weeks of reminders at one point at the beginning of the entire series of continuing ed, so that they get that reminder, but they're in the driver's seat where they say, yes, I want to opt into that. And so there's all kinds of things. I don't want to get too into the technical side. I will tell you, for those of you guys who know me well, you know I research everything. You know I don't share anything with you guys that I haven't vetted, that I haven't tried. I've looked into everything as far as what's affordable, what works. Some of them don't let you customize the name. Some of them, you wouldn't be able to just plug in the content. Yeah, I love it too that some of my favorite brands are using text now too. When this really hit me was when we were on vacation. We went on a staycation and we checked into the hotel, and they texted me and they're like, hey, welcome. Hey, this pool is really busy, so if you guys are having trouble finding a seat, go to that pool. Hey, the towels are out, they should be restocked in an hour or something. And I was like, okay, great. I didn't respond to any of those messages, right? I'm like, okay, that's a bot. Of course it's a bot, but good to know. But when I did have a question, I went straight to the text. I was like, I'm just going to text them back. I'm like, hey, what do I need to do to rent a cabana? And they're like, oh yeah, I can help you with that. And I was like, okay, that's really cool. I didn't have to go back to the room and press 0 and be like, can you connect me with something? I didn't have to go walk around and lug my kids around with me to find somebody who can answer my question, right? I was like, well, this person's been texting me, so I'm just gonna text them back. And that's the same thing that happens with this. I have people texting me back going like, hey, so actually, you know what? My daughter had this. Do you have something for that? I haven't heard from this person since they signed up, but I've been messaging them. And it feels like maybe they don't care that I'm texting them, right? But when they have a question, they know, oh, this is the person that I go to. This is where I can go with that question. Because a lot of people aren't engaging on Facebook, right? If they're not reading your emails, if they're not engaging in Facebook groups, if they're not, maybe you spend a lot of time making really beautiful social graphics and posts and everything, and maybe they don't see it. Maybe they're busy like you. So this is really, really cool. And I want to show you guys what we've created. We have an early bird option. So if you guys want to check it out, we have a sneak peek. And what you're going to do is text. Hang on, let me grab the number for you. You're going to text 4 steps to this number. Oops. So this is our number for Essential Connection Co. And we run a lot of our things via text because that is our platform. And so text 4 steps, and that is called a keyword. And what happens is there's automations that you'll set up. And it's a lot easier than it sounds to set up these automations because they're already done for you and you actually just plug them in. But what I want to give you guys a sneak peek of is what we've created. This isn't shared yet automatically. I'm like reading the comments and talking. It's not being shared yet everywhere. So please don't repost like a screenshot or anything of this part of what I'm going to show you. But hang on one sec. But I want to show you guys what's coming because the graphics are incredible. My friend Aubrey is like just incredible with graphics. And so show you guys what is coming. This is launching with convention. So this is going to be our all access membership bundle. And I'm going to walk you guys through what this is. And let me just open my chat because I just lost it when I screen shared because you guys are probably going to have questions. Okay. So this is our all access bundle. I believe it's going to be $14.99. And with that, you get a hello template. If you go ahead and do that 4 steps, you're going to get this hello template already. Because what you want to do is you want to introduce yourself to your customers. We will walk you through how to pull your contacts, how to import them into Project Broadcast. There is a diffuser blend series. So when you get a new customer started or maybe you're reconnecting with current customers, and one of the best ways to ensure that your customers are going to buy more oils is to make sure they are using their oils, right? So help them with some diffuser blends. So there's some diffuser blends in here for them, and these are set to go out 1 a day. There's more details in there about it, but these are set to go out 1 a day, so they come as a series. So what this means is you're showing up for people in their text inbox, which is where they already are, right? My vision with this was to be able to have a mom who's nursing and has other little ones running around and has lots of things going on, be able to still support her customers easily. Because that was me, you guys, building this business with 2 babies and then a 3rd baby, and just always hands full, always on the go, lots of things going on. I didn't have time to create all kinds of stuff. And I always felt like I wasn't able to do enough to support my customers. So you can, oh yeah, thank you, Jenna. Yeah, so that's a really great one that teaches them how to use their oils a little bit more. There is a welcome bundle. So a new member welcome, it's a series. You can see how beautiful they are. It's a series that you'll send out to a new enrollment. And again, it'll be a series that goes out. So once you start it, by opting them into that series, they just go. But at any point, if they're like, oh yeah, Jenna, so what about this? You're able to answer those messages right there. So you can schedule it ahead of time and things will just happen automatically. But you can completely be personal. I answer every single text that comes in through my Project Broadcast. I answer them both on my phone and on my computer, which I really love the ability to do that. You can save responses that go out that you send say you always respond a very similar thing, or you have a common question. You can save that response and have that already ready to go. We have a simple swaps bundle. So maybe you have a customer who wants to learn about swapping over to natural solutions for different things in their home. So you can send them this series. You're not going to send these all out at one time. You're going to see what your customers need. What do they need to know about? And send them that. We're definitely going to have convention announcements. So, right, all these new things coming out, you're going to want to let your customers know about them. We're going to have this already ready for you to be able to just send out. And then this one's really fun. I love this one. This is Blends for Every Home. Information about FCO, safety tips, and then a series of blends that they can make for themselves. And these are all with oils from the starter kits, so that these should be things that they already have. So maybe you want to do something like send them a welcome gift with some FCO and some roller bottles to support them, and then you can send them this series. Hey, I sent you some fun gifts, and I'm going to send you the information all about how to make them. So you can get creative with this. These are all customizable, meaning that you can change the writing if you don't like it. You can make your own graphics if you have the time and you want to. But these are all going to be done for you. Oh, thank you. I will fix that. So yeah, all of this is coming on September 9th. But if this is something that you think you want to do, I really want to encourage you to go ahead and text the 4 steps and go through the 4 steps and get set up, because what you really want to do is this part, this hello, and introduce yourself to your customers, This is my business number. All of it's already written for you. You can absolutely customize the writing so that if you want it to sound more like you can, there's an option, there's a graphic that you could drop a picture of yourself or a picture of your family in to customize it. But what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get this hello message sent out soon so that you can start, so that you've already introduced yourself. You don't want to just be like, okay, convention stuff, here you go, and send them all these things, right? You want to first introduce yourself and establish that connection. This is all about connection. This is all about serving your customers. This is all about really giving that one-on-one touch, but being able to really scale it so that you have it at the touch of a button. But all the, I want to say scripts, they're not scripts, they're the messages are already written for you. And if there is something that needs to be customized with your name or anything like that, that's all going to be included in like notes and everything for you in there. And then with the All Access membership, we actually have a project broadcast specialist who's going to be on hand through a support group on Facebook to be able to help you with keywords, with scheduling, with, like Jenna was saying, you know, opt people out, like different things like that. There's all going to be support for you all inside there. Yeah, so from your computer or your phone. Let me see, just going through the questions real quick. Yeah, Britt, you can totally tag people. They're called tags. And you would say maybe tag for pain or tag for sleep, tag for kids, tag for pets. You can tag for your frontline. You can tag for your Power of 3 qualifiers. You can tag for each of your legs. So all of those things we go through in the support modules that are offered with this all access support. We hired this amazing project broadcast specialist who is going to help all of you guys, anyone who opts in for the membership. Run reports on the tags. You can look at who has opted into them. Yeah, you can see who's in them. I don't know what you mean reports. But yeah, you can see who is opted into each thing. You can manually tag people, or you can make them as keywords so that they tag themselves when they write back certain things. So all kinds of cool stuff that you can do. You can do giveaways. We just did one on our Instagram. We pulled the winner actually through Project Broadcast. People who responded and opted in through that, we actually just hit giveaway and it selected our winner. You can actually see who opens things. You can actually see who's opened what. But yeah, I definitely try to respond to every single person. When they reply, I'll reply to them as well. So more about this coming soon. But yeah, this hasn't been shared yet, these graphics and stuff. So I wanted to show you guys what it's gonna look like because I love it. It's very clean. It's not too corporate-y. I don't know if that's a word, but it's very personal. And people have really been loving them. So any questions about that? Let me see. The pricing, I believe, I have to look, is going to be the convention bundle that we are releasing is going to be, it's going to be a convention pricing, so it's going to be $14.99. And you have access to all of those things, and you have access to the all access to the support group, where we're going to be doing like weekly strategy sessions. There's going to be new stuff every month. So like September promotions, right? They're going to be, well, this will be mid-September. So we're going to, in October, we'll release the new promos, different education series. Maybe it's like a education series about adaptive. We're going to be releasing Essential Oils Made Easy class via text. So if you have people who can't make it to a class, they can join into the text, and you can send them a drip of the entire text. Oh, awesome, Ash. Yeah. So Noelle's been doing them because she's been on them, and yeah, it's really fun to get them. Yeah, so this all started, I started using it, and doing it. And I hired a specialist to really look at the strategy of how to make this. And I released it to my front line. And so they've been using it. But where I really got stuck, yeah, you can use Isla Love as the referral code if you're signing up for it right now. And you'll get free credits. You'll get 500 free credits. But where I really got stuck was creating all of the content that I wanted to have, because it's a lot. There's a lot that goes into it. Every one of those series that I showed you has 5, 6, 7, 8 texts written up with it, as well as graphics. And it just gets to be a lot. And so that's where I kind of hit the wall, was like, I couldn't create all the things that needed to go out. And so that's when I reached out to my friends and we're like, let's collab on this. Let's create this together for our teams. And then one of them was like, let's create this for everybody. Like, everybody needs this. And I'm telling you guys, these are blue diamonds who are going, I need a better way to connect with my customers. Michelle is a top enroller from social media. She enrolls a ton of people, but still she converts them all over to text messaging after enrolling them. And she was like, I just can't text everybody. I was like, girl, you're texting everybody? Like, that is a lot of work. And like manually texting people. And so we looked at this to getting them automated. So if you have people who enroll and don't ever order again, has that happened to anybody? They just sort of fall off the face of the earth, right? And it's, if you had the bandwidth to really start sending people stuff right away, hey, here's what LRP is. Here's how you access your membership. Here's how you can get a hold of me. Here's some safety information about your oils, right? Really, you are that resource for them, but unless they know that they can reach out to you, they may not reach out. So let me go through here the chat. So the $14.99, Jamie, is going to be the convention price. After that, I believe it's going to be $24.99 for the monthly. But if you do the $14.99 for the all access membership for the convention one, you'll be able to keep the things that you had already purchased. You just won't be getting all the new stuff each month, and you won't still be in the support group. Yeah. Ash said it's different from looking at social or getting an email. Yeah, totally. They all have their place. This is where people will tend to reply to you more, or they will message you things that are more personal, like, hey, I've been struggling with this. Is there something that can help? And you do know something that can help, right? And it gives you that chance to answer that in a personal level. Oh, my email is miley@ilalove.com. Yeah, it's super personalized. That's what I love about it. You're going to be able to customize things with their names. There's so much more that it can do. I don't want to overwhelm you guys with all the different things, but it's amazing. Oh, awesome, Ash, you sent that out today. Yeah, it's very easy. It's very convenient. And so Project Broadcast is going to be $10 a month. I think all one word, Lala. Project Broadcast is $10 a month. When you look at other ones like Reach or something, those are $5 a month, I believe, but nowhere near the capacity. And I also love that Project Broadcast gives you a different number. And so what I tell people is, this is my business number. It also sets you up as a professional who has a business number. You can do things, well, okay, we won't even go into it. There's a lot more things that you can do with it once you start playing with it. But for now, get it set up, get your messages sent out. If you are a newer builder and you maybe aren't going to be sending out a ton of messages, you probably will if you start doing welcome messages and if you're going to be doing convention and all that stuff. But the messages roll over, your credits roll over. So that's something that I really love, is if you're just getting started, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to use all of these. I still use the $10 a month. And if I need extra credits, I buy them, but I get rollover credits. And so that project broadcast should really only be $10 or so. And then you can decide whether you just want the starter set for Essential Connection Co. and just go with that until you need more, or the all access where we're going to be doing lots of all new stuff and strategy and all the support and all of that. So yeah, Lala, try it all one word. I think that's what it is. Okay. I am super excited to see you guys all next week. I will drop the link again for the group, as well as, do you guys need the number again, or did everybody grab that? Okay, so that's the Facebook group. And then the opt-in for the free series is four steps, and that'll get you set up and going. That'll get you your first message out to your customers, and it'll get you your diffuser blend campaign. So you can really see how easy it is to plug in a campaign, how easy it is to send a message. So that's our sort of like, that's our sample for you to try before. That's your oil sample to try before you decide if this is something that you want. But I wanted to get this to you guys early because it's going to be really, you're going to want to send them out the convention stuff, and you really want to make sure that you have your hello message, that you've established a connection with them before you start sending them out. This is so incredible, you guys, during BOGOs. I can't even tell you, that's a whole nother thing. But on months that there are promos and special things like that, like the diffusers, being able to just quickly message your people, being able to message specific teams and legs, if you have, if your team is structured, that is a game changer. So I'm super excited for you guys to check this out and to be able to connect with your customers in such an easier way. Okay, you guys, sorry we went over time. Have a good night, and I will see you soon. Okay, good night. Bye.